You know someone is bad when they do everything they can to make themselves look like the good guys, and they still look like monsters.
Throwing stones, live rounds for throwing stones, is that a proportionate response, or is it actually an inappropriate response given how inflamed tensions already are?
There is no room for nonsense. There is no room for taunting Israeli troops, as your reporter calls it. And I think it is about time that Palestinian leaders control where their young are, and if they want to be out of harm's way, they should stand clear of Israeli communities and clear of Israeli troops.
I'm saying we will do everything for the Gazan people. Once and now, we demand immediate surrender, unconditional surrender of Hamas. If Hamas people come out with their hands up and clear their weapons, believe me, everything will be restored to Gaza. It is Hamas in Hamas hands.
Okay, now I understand. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. I think we're actually on the same page here. You're saying that once Hamas leaves, you'll grant the Gazan people food, shelter, fuel, electricity, hospitals, schooling. And if they don't, and if Hamas doesn't leave, then they'll continue to starve and die in hospitals. You are defining for the international community right now collective punishment. You're saying until Hamas acts differently, the 2 million people in Gaza are going to be treated this way. And once Hamas acts differently, these 2 million people in Gaza will be treated better. That is exactly what collective punishment is. You're holding them accountable for the actions of others. That is the definition, the textbook definition of collective punishment, sir. Now, you may accept that that's what you want to do, but this is absolutely a contravention of international.
And the president of Israel says there are no innocent civilians in Gaza. None. So I guess like the other guy, they consider children a threat. And they are even threatening to send Israeli protesters to Gaza. The same Gaza they're doing this to.
This is a day in my life. We're at War Edition. After hearing that there was a major lack of gluten-free, celiac-safe food at army bases across the country, we got together with a gluten-free bakery in Jerusalem to make sure those soldiers got fed.
No. This can't be the same people going, but what about the babies? But what about the children, the poor loss of life? This can't be the other side to this conflict. It just can't be. Like, take religion out of this for a second, which I know is going to be hard to do, but walk with me here and think about the human-to-human factual interaction that just took place. Like, let's compare privilege here. She cuts on her phone, which is charged because she has electricity, decides to make a day in the life War Edition, crazy thing to say, scoot on down to her local bakery, still standing, proceed to make cookies and bread for soldiers who made sure that none of these things are true for like a whole population of people, went, oh shoot, I'm out of gluten-free, celiac-friendly flour. Scooted to the supermarket, also still standing with its lights on, produce, food, and resources inside, looks for said flour, gets it, goes back to said bakery and bakes, packages it for giveaway, and then goes, gotta do it again tomorrow. Whoa, war's hard. This cannot be the, but what's happening on both sides is horrific crowd. It cannot be. Because the other side of this, the actual Palestinian people, are dying out in droves. Whole family bloodlines are being removed from the registry. I cannot stress that enough, what that means. They are running out of food and water and electricity. They are telling us that is happening in real time and trying to say goodbye. And those who are not saying goodbye are telling us, call our representatives, call our senators, and tell them we don't need anything political. We just need them to get Israel to stop bombing us, because they have dropped more bombs in the last week than they did for the entire 2014 conflict. The whole year in 1 week. Like, human to human, do you know how sick you have to be to not just go out of your way to make sure that you have gluten-free, celiac-friendly bread for those committing a genocide, but to post it online like we're going to sympathize? If you haven't already, it's time to end that whole both sides are doing harm argument, because it makes no sense. There's the oppressed who is actively being wiped out in a genocide and begging us to do anything to stop it. And the oppressor who is watching this happen and baking celiac-friendly, gluten-free bread for the people doing the genociding. This isn't equal.
Have you ever watched a video and accidentally stumbled upon the wrong side of TikTok? Okay. Well, that's just what happened to me. I watched it a little bit too long. But let's take a look on what the other side, what videos that they get. It is diabolical.
Oi, go. Oi, more passion, more passion, more passion, more energy, more energy, more footwork, more footwork, more footwork, more passion, more energy.
That post, did you see the emoji? They were smiling. They thought it was cute. They can do it all. They're singing while they have hostages. That last one, yeah, he was lubricating the ammunition with pork fat. If you know anything about the religion, if you know anything about the people, you know what that means. You know what that represents. To be on that side is traumatizing. Like, this is a game for them. This is just real life Call of Duty. To be shooting off missiles, shooting off bombs, shooting weapons, and then to go in, grab some chow, dance a little bit. These are monsters. These are savages. These people are unhinged menaces that were put on, that were given a uniform to put on, given weapons, and said, do your best. This is fucking terrifying.
I think this is a perfect example to show that even in the world of influencers, it is very easy to tell who the oppressed and who the oppressor is. Palestinian influencers are begging and pleading with you to see Palestinians as humans. They're telling you their own family history with Palestine, giving you resources to do your own research about it, dismantling Zionist lies, showing how they get discriminated against for being Palestinian. And then we have Israeli influencers being racist and making fun of Palestinians.
I can't stop laughing. Wait. Okay, but this picture is... So this account called Live from Israel posted this photo showing utmost support to the terrorists below, okay? So much support that this girl had to jump over the non-existent balcony. As you move towards the end of the photo, you have homegrown enoki mushrooms. Look at the picture. My favorite is AI just gave up with the infrastructure, the people, and also the flag. And they still posted it. Like, it's stupido. Listen, propaganda has existed forever, but this is the first time there is AI generated propaganda, and you guys are still shitty at it. Yeah, I don't know. There's better softwares you could pay. I know AI isn't fully there, but it's past this.
This image shows a tent city created for displaced Israelis. Another post says that the encampment is located in Eilat, Israel, and houses 60,000 Israelis, while another says that the tent city is located in a Hamas-controlled area of the Gaza Strip and was created for displaced Zionists. While there are reports of tent cities in Gaza and Israel for people displaced by the war, this image doesn't show any of those encampments. The image was actually created using AI technology. Using these sources, I'll show you how we figured it out and the red flags that we spotted along the way. First, we conducted a reverse image search using Reveye. We couldn't find this image published by any reputable news source that was covering the war. That was the first red flag. Next, we analyzed the image. We know that AI is bad at creating bodies, as well as providing consistent shading and texture. In the viral image, we spotted several misshapen people. At least 2 of them have different sized legs, while others' arms aren't to scale with the size of their legs and torso, like in this picture. So that was another red flag. Next, this is supposed to be the Israeli flag, but it isn't accurate. This flag has 2 misshapen stars of David, while the real flag only has 1 at the center. Another red flag, the texture of the sand is too smooth. The shadowing from the tents is inconsistent. And finally, tents in the viral image don't match pictures of tents at real encampments.
I know you've all heard about girl math, but how about Hamas math?
At first, I thought that was just a regular Israeli citizen, but no, that was an IDF soldier. And how do I know this other than the uniform? The IDF posted it to their official page. I did not even know they had an official page. You can see her constantly looking up from the camera to read the script they provided her. The IDF is spoofing girl math in an attempt to get you on their side. Listen, I'm not saying this is like definitive proof of which side you should be on, but it's a big fucking hint.
$5,000 is what I was just offered to pledge my support to Israel. This Zionist organization emailed me this morning and they said, "We have been following your content on TikTok and appreciate your passion for the Middle East. Our organization, which seeks to help understanding, would like to offer you a sponsorship opportunity. We have noticed your support for the Palestinian cause and we respect your dedication to important issues. However, we believe that there may be some misunderstandings and misperceptions regarding Israel and you have fallen for the lies of the rabid dogs." What the fuck? We are willing to offer you $5,000 to go live and pledge your support for Israel. We aim to provide you with resources and experts who can make you see the truth. Your voice is influential and we believe it's essential to not spread the lies of terrorists on accident. We look forward to working together to promote greater truth in the world. This is horrible. I've seen other creators talk about how they've been offered money to support Israel, and I think this is absolutely disgusting. I will not sell it on Palestinians for any amount of money. You cannot buy my support of a genocide. This is disgusting. And calling them rabid dogs and terrorists, like, how much racism do they think they can get away with? And I'll just be like, oh, that's normal, right? Free Palestine.
Let's move to Tel Aviv. Woo! First.
Let's go colonize! Woohoo!
Actively choosing to contribute to an occupation and apartheid is not cute, it's not funny, it's not silly. It's really disgusting and you should get your morals checked, and you already know that because you have your stitches and duets turned off, which means you already know what you're doing is bad.
كمان واحدة كمان واحدة
More passion, more passion, more energy, more energy, more footwork, more footwork, more footwork, more passion, more energy.
Ni do zadnjeg leta, ni do kraja sveta, sudbina je moja pleta. Ova duša nema dom, ova duša nema ton, crne zore, sveće gore, moje more. Moje more, moje more, moje more, moje more.
Now bring my boys in. They're skinning craters like the moon. The moon we love like a brother while he glows through the room. Dancing around the lies we tell. Dancing around big eyes is all. Even the comatose, they don't dance and tell. We live in cities you'll never see on screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to run. Now
مجزرة أخرى هنا في قلب المخيم. الطفلة تخرج الآن من تحت الأنقاض. الطفلة تخرج من تحت الأنقاض.
खून में रंगीन हूँ, किस कदर गमगीन हूँ, मैं फलस्तीन हूँ, ऐ मिजाए दर्द जरा
On the Snapchat map, the live videos on Israel and Palestine show a bizarre contrast. In Israel, you can see people dancing, partying, or resting on the beach. But in besieged Gaza, you can watch heavy Israeli bombardment, paramedics trying to rescue victims, and evacuations of wounded to hospitals. In 6 days, Israel said it has dropped 6,000 bombs on Gaza, killing more than 1,500 Palestinians, including 500 children and 276 women.
Is wrong with people?
Yeah, what's wrong?
We haven't left our house in 2 days.
I mean, I don't see the issue. At least you get to have it and stay in it. It's not bombed or shattered or anything. But okay, carry on.
Because there are terrorists roaming our country.
Uh-huh. Our country?
People who have never been here, who know nothing about our history, are online saying that Israel deserves it because this is what Israel does to the Palestinians.
I mean, do you deny it? There's no argument there, by the way. And I mean, look at you, full makeup on, nails done, hairstyled. I mean, you seem pretty privileged to me, just by having the lights on, by the way.
Don't talk about issues that you don't understand. Stop spreading lies that somebody else has told you.
I quite direct that advice back to you.
Israel didn't steal any land from anybody.
Proceeds to tell the biggest lie ever.
I don't understand how stupid you can be.
Me too, quite honestly. How can you? I'm quite astonished, especially the people who believe you in the comments. I mean, imagine how stupid they are.
How stupid, it makes no sense.
If you could just slightly manage your language.
From how frustrated you were, I felt for a moment you were a pro-Palestinian.
If you watch these things and don't condemn it and you think it's okay because of politics, then what the is wrong with you?
That's what I keep saying, my pro-Palestinians.